Okay, guys, so you see way over there where the door, our brand new, nice, awesome barn with the door there and the snow piled up? Well, we figured out that sometimes when the door on the barn gets shut, the actual like regular door, human door, not big monstrous garage door, whenever that door gets shut once in a while, about a ton of snow slides right off the roof and then stops the door from working. So we are going to get out there and see what we can do. We're going to clean it up first, but that's not really the problem. The problem isn't, whoa, I think some more snow just fell. It sounded like it did. Anyway, we're going to get out there and clean it up. But it's not that, it's that I don't want to have to be doing this every day. So we got to try and figure something out, and I don't know if we can, but we're going to give her a go. Oh, look at these funny chickens. They are not used to the snow yet. They've been out for just a little bit, but you can see they're making their paths and getting acclimated. And I've got to check them all to make sure nobody's got any weird issues on their feet. But other than that, I think they're doing really well. They're acclimating just fine. They're coming over looking for a treat because when they hear my voice, they know Brad's around. That means I get goodies. I will on the way back. Yeah, take a look. It's piling up here, and it's only been a couple hours of snow. And the original goal was to get an overhang on there, but time ran out, funds ran out. The barn was a lot more money than we actually thought. Well, and I'll explain why, but the prices of wood just went insane. So we just got to get it a little ways away, guys, and I'll move it with the tractor. And smile for the lovely people. Yes. Yes, I know. Brad wearing shorts in the winter. Wow. Red, shiny shorts. But the truth is this. I'm inside the cabin of the tractor, and it's got heat. This is awesome. It's got heat. Okay, so we got it done pretty quickly. Actually, having this tractor is such a huge blessing. But this is not going to be a permanent fix to come out and shovel it and then scoop it every time it snows. We got to figure something out for up there. And besides, I don't think the ice on that track right there is a very good idea. But I will talk to some people and get some opinions, and we will find out how to fix it.
Yeah, I seriously think he went out there in shorts. At least he's got the heated cab.
And while I'm out here, the little roof that I made here for Coco has been working out great. We don't have to shovel too much, but generally Coco likes to hang out right underneath the awning here, and she's been doing great. Not a problem, super healthy. Dottie, she's doing good too. And well, that one is a breed of its own. Totally fine health-wise, but I don't know why this animal's still so skittish. We've had this one from when he was born, and he just barely comes around, even though we're super nice. We give him lots of treats. Just we're gentle with him, aren't we? Hey, Puzzle. But he's a biter. Aren't you a biter? He likes to bite this one's back. We gotta figure out a way to stop him with that, because that's no good. Our neighbor actually said she saw the donkey the other day with poor Dottie's tail in his mouth, and Dottie was running, and this one was chasing and holding on the tail, and oh, don't do it now, dude. Come here. Oh, I thought he was getting ready to do it. So anyway, there's a little quick update on the Coco-ness. Water heater warmers. Everybody's good. Treat. Where's my chickens? Chickens. How we doing? Everybody good? Here you go. How about a little treat? A little something, something. Chili chickens. All right. Let's check and see if anybody's got anything. Nothing yet. They're still a little bit young, but they should start laying any time. Let's check the other one here, just to make sure. Anybody home? Oh, would you look over there? No, it's not a Reese's cup. But look at this tiny little egg. Look at that, guys. It's a little one. Yeah, they start out laying the little ones. I'm sorry to be interrupting you. I'm sorry to be interrupting you. And then they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Is this one yours? If so, thank you very much. Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
Yes.
Can you guess what I have in this hand right here?
A rock?
Nope. It's not a snake.
Nana poo?
Not frozen Nanapoo. Guess what? Ta-da!
Oh, look how tiny it is.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Yay, our first egg.
Our first egg. And,
That's awesome. It is so tiny.
And there was one bird that was kind of a little bit concerned that I was in the nesting box, so I wondered if it was hers.
I don't know. It's pretty cold.
It finally happened. The first egg of Christmas. Oh, maybe not Christmas. But, yeah, these are so tiny, and I was saying earlier on video, you didn't hear me, but they get bigger and bigger.
Yes.
And as older they get, they continue to get bigger.
They do get bigger, where an older bird can even get egg bound. Which
That's
is
not good.
Not a good thing, no.
Egg bound usually means it's time to put them in the pot.
Yeah.
Because it gets super painful. And what that is, by the way, egg bound means they just can't get it out.
Yeah, the egg is so big that it can't go through their vent. So,
The vent.
the vent.
The vent. So one thing that I think is super cool about chickens and eggs is when they're born, they have loads of them.
They have every single embryo that they will ever need.
Yeah, we've processed chickens in the past.
Hens.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll be like, what in the world is that? And then we realized it looks like a little string of almost like spaghetti, but then they've got these little bumps on them. And they're all
Right.
in
They're all
different
small,
sizes.
They're all various size, not various sizes, but sequential sizes.
Sequential,
of, embryos, yolks. You know, that's what they look like. They're little tiny yellow specks, and they're all the yolk, which is the embryo.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if anybody is even halfway
I'm sorry, time out. That's not the embryo. It's just the egg. It's just the yolk. The embryo, science teacher, right. The embryo is after it's been fertilized.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's why you need the rooster.
It's been a long day.
The rooster.
Yeah.
But
And you don't have to have a rooster
to have eggs.
to have eggs.
No.
You're going to scramble that.
No, I'm not spinning it fast.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, you had to correct yourself.
So you can't just get a bunch of chicks and say, okay, I'm going to have eggs here in a matter of a day or two. No, sorry. These little chicks, they're about this big, not much bigger than the egg. You know, so it takes those chickens, those chicks, to get to be between 4 and 6 months of age before they can start laying eggs. But then they'll lay eggs for at least 3 years. If they're a high production egg layer, like a Rhode Island Red, maybe a little bit less time than that, because they'll lay like 300 eggs a year. It's insane how many eggs they lay.
300 a year?
300 a year. That's almost one every day.
Yeah.
So, and it takes the cycle of a chicken, it takes between, I believe it's 21 and 28 hours
That's
around
right.
there.
That's right. Yep.
For them to, okay, so they lay an egg, they pop one out, then it takes another 21 to 28 hours for them to lay another egg. So Sometimes it'll be in the morning, sometimes it'll be in the afternoon.
Can you imagine if you had to give birth every day?
Oh, no wonder they squawk so loud when that happens.
They do it like they do a victory dance, we call it.
Oh, yeah. Because they just start squawking and yelling, hey, look at Lady Pig. It's so cute. So, and, you know, it's for us, it's now becoming winter. The daylight hours are about 10 hours right now. And it will reduce to about 8.5 hours in the middle of winter. Now, for chickens to lay eggs, they have to have light. It doesn't have to be heat light. It doesn't have to be, you know, it just has to be a light for at least 14 to 16 hours for them to be able to lay eggs. It does, there's a good side to that. You'll get eggs during the winter. The bad side to that is it reduces their egg laying a little bit. You know, it reduces their egg laying life. But honestly, having chickens and having fresh eggs is so amazing. Free range eggs.
Oh, that's Nana back there.
Nana's clicking again. Free range eggs are such a benefit to your health,
to your diet.
To your diet. They're super high in omega-3s, and
well, then the comparison to store-bought, it's not even a comparison at all.
The taste.
Than the yolks.
I know. The taste of the eggs is vastly different. I won't eat store-bought eggs. I won't eat them.
I think it would be a good time to ask the people out there, type up your best egg joke.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Type up your best egg joke, and if I find a really good one, I'll pin it to the top of the comments.
Right. Now, if you do decide to have chickens, and you're used to the store-bought eggs and how light yellow the yolks are, when you crack open a fresh egg from the chickens that you have outside, you know, that are free range, and it is a dark yellow, don't be afraid.
It's right.
It's right. That's the way it's supposed to be, and it is delicious.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't understand that chickens are very cold, hardy animals, too. You can't leave them out in like negative 30-degree weather, though. They'll get what's called bumblefoot and a lot of things that they can die. But they don't have a problem in zero.
No. You know, as long as they have a place out of the wind.
Get out of the way,
they'll be fine. They'll hunt. We've seen them. They'll huddle together on the roost at night and just kind of stay warm together.
Yep. And so don't freak out when you see them in the snow like you did just a little bit ago, because they're outside when they could have been inside, and there's heat inside there.
There's not artificial heat. It's
natural
warmer,
by the way that they huddle
inside.
together and stuff. So anyway, you have to correct yourself. Yeah. But, you know, I'll tell you what, if you're even halfway interested in becoming a little more self-sufficient, maybe having a little food on hand, chickens are great pets. They're fun. Each chicken has its own personality, very distinct.
Oh, very much so.
And we like to tell people that chickens are the gateway drug to homesteading.
Yes, because once you start with chickens, then it leads to
goats and gardens,
pigs,
and then it just keeps going.
Cows.
And then you have to move to Wisconsin.
Right.
You know, I've got a funny story about how we actually started with chickens in Ohio.
Where did we start with chickens?
Well, at the parsonage.
Oh, yes. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to think back.
So I was working.
Time.
So I was working at a church in like a praise and worship leader role, as well as video production and all that kind of stuff. And Christa got the bug.
I did. We had a garden for a couple of years. Well, then I had been reading a lot of Mother Earth News magazines, and I'm like, we need chickens.
However, here's the problem that you don't know yet. We lived in probably the richest area of Cincinnati, and we couldn't afford that. No way. But it was part of the job that we were allowed to live in the parsonage.
Right. It was a home owned by the church.
So directly next to our house was like a tennis court for hoity-toity folks.
A city park.
and a city park, and then the church, and then like $1 million homes, $1 million homes, $1 million homes.
We call them McMansions.
And that was crazy too, because people would buy an older home, something from the 50s or whatever, and they just tear it down and rebuild something new.
Yeah.
They just wanted the land.
Kind of sad.
Anyway, so I digress.
Squirrel.
But, so I was like, there is no way they're going to let you have chickens here.
Right.
No way.
Right.
This is like Richie Rich land. And so, being the good husband that I am, I didn't just go, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah, no, he didn't just say, no, we're not going to do that.
What I did do is I thought in my head, there's no way they're going to let her have chickens.
I'll pass the buck.
I'll pass the buck. So I'll say, well, honey, I'll go talk to the pastor. And if the pastor says we can have chickens, let's do it. I'm in.
I wish I were a fly on the wall when that happened, honestly.
Knowing that he would say no. Of course he'd say no.
Right, because then it wouldn't be him. It would be the church.
Pastor said no.
Pastor said no, sorry.
So I go to the pastor and I explain the situation. I'm like, I don't know. She's out of her mind. She wants to have chickens. And
I'm out of my mind.
Straight up. And so can she have chickens? And what I didn't know at the time.
No, don't tell that part of the story yet. Keep talking about.
He goes, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He goes, well, if the city says you can, sure. And what I didn't know was he was passing the buck too. He didn't want to disappoint me or her, and he figured there's no way the city will let you have chickens. But 2 weeks before, they passed a resolution saying you can have
chickens. No roosters, but you could have, if you had over a certain amount of property, like I think it was a half an acre. You could have 6 chickens.
Yeah.
So we got 8.
So the pastor was like, okay, you got chickens in the backyard of the church. So, yeah. And what was funny is it kind of became almost like a little petting zoo.
Oh yeah, all the kids that would go to the city park, moms would take their kids to the park for the afternoon after preschool or whatever. They would all come over to the fence and look at the chickens. Mm-hmm. They absolutely loved seeing the chickens.
Just sit and watch them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The little preschool kids absolutely loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. So chickens are truly the gateway drug.
They really are.
Get busy. Yeah. So. Anyway, that's the end of the video for today. Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, like it, share it. That really does help our family out.
Yeah.
So, I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing day.